Hey guys, I was going to do the 4 rings and it seemed like it was too complicated, so I'm going to do it on its own and I'm going to make them bigger. So, first you need 4 circles that just overlap their neighbors. Something tricky about that is like if you do 4 and you have them like that or something, that's too hard. I won't be able to make those link up neatly. So when you do them, make sure they're far enough apart where they're only touching 2 of their neighbors. So put 1 on the top, put 1 on the bottom, make sure they're not touching, and then put 1 that touches both of those and 1 that touches both of those. It's okay if they're weird lumpy ovals, whatever. This is practice. We're just figuring it out. Okay, so first we're going to look at everywhere where they meet, and we're going to make our crisscrosses. The tricky part with this is it's going to need to be some kind of pattern because there's so many of them. So let's say on the top outside corner on the left, we'll have it overlap like this. So and to make that a pattern, I'm going to move to the next one, and again I'm going to overlap the same way. So this ring was on top, so now the ring that was underneath is going to be on top. Okay, we're going to follow that. This ring that was underneath is going to be on top. And then this ring that's underneath used to be on top. You can pause if it's getting complicated or confusing. Okay, so now if this ring's on top, as we go over here, it's going to need to go underneath. So, but it's very close to this other one, which is going to need to go on top of. Ooh, okay, so this needs to go underneath, so this needs to go on top. This ring right here. So I'm using that line underneath as my guide. So its neighbor needs to be on top. Okay, I'm going to start drawing these top ones out because it's going to get too complicated if I don't have some of the rings in place. So I'm going to trace from where it goes underneath here to this side. And then the top of it, so from there to here. Okay, and then we know it's going to go down underneath this one. Sorry, I can do this whole top ring pretty much. And it connects to here, which then goes up and connects to there. Okay, I've got my top ring and where it overlaps with the other rings. Okay, so if I know this ring goes underneath, this thing goes on top, follow the pattern. On top, this one needs to go on top. And then this one's going to need to go on top. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to go right here and connect it to there to make this ring. See that line? And then the one up here to down here. I can go over here and connect this line to that side. Working on my ring here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make this one go all the way around. So from there to there, connect. Okay, and then right here, all the way around. Remember, you can pull the video back or pause it because I know this is pretty complicated. Okay, and then I can actually finish this ring. I know it's supposed to come out from under here, so I'll just make it do that. Alright, so I'm going to work on this ring. Right here, finish off this little part that's going underneath. Then I know it's supposed to come out and connect to there, so I can do that. Okay, and then the last of it is gonna loop back in, connect to there. And if you have a good imagination, you can see our last ring is gonna go right there. So I'm gonna finish that off. Curve it here, to here. And all the way around there. And last step of the actual drawing, make this connect over there. There we go. We've got some interlinked rings. Pretty good. Now if you want to be a little fancy, you can go and anywhere a ring is underneath another, see how there's a little shading from my hand being on top of the other hand, you can just add a little shading. Remember, the one underneath is going to get the shading. You don't have to shade super hard. Now here's the tricky part. This one goes from being on top to immediately underneath, so the shade is going to need to be very small. Yep. Miss any? Oh, up here. You can look around and check if you missed any. Alright, so there is the more complicated interlocking ring design. With 4 rings that interlock, and you know, this could go on, and the pattern that I did doesn't have to be the exact pattern, so when you interlock 4 rings, maybe they, you know, go on top of each other in a different orientation the way I decided. It doesn't always have to be this side's on top. That's just the random way I chose to do it. So experiment and try lots of different ways to overlap different things, and they don't all have to be circles either. If I overlapped 2 triangles, I could do that. Alright guys, have fun.